Good morning, children. Welcome back to the online class of Sri Gokulam Public School, Vadagara.
Dear students, welcome back to our history class. How are you? Are you fine? Okay, did you understand the last day's history classes? Then did you complete the notes? But I got only a few students' notes. The remaining also have to complete the notes and send to me. Okay, if you face any problem to prepare the notes, call me. I will help you to complete the notes. I hope all of you got the textbook as well as the notebook. Okay, then now we can start our lesson, the next part of the lesson from trade to territory. In last class, did you remember where did we stop? We stopped the direct military attack followed by the East India Company to conquer the Indian territories. Okay, then they conquered Mysore and Maratha. Listen, they conducted 3 Anglo-Maratha wars and 4 Anglo-Mysore wars and then annexed Mysore and Marathas along with the East India Company's territory. Okay, now we want to discuss the other methods introduced by the Governor Generals to annex the Indian territories. Listen, mainly two policies that we wanted to discuss today's class. One of the method that was the paramountcy. Okay, the claim to paramountcy. What is meant by paramountcy and who introduced this policy and how did they annex the Indian territory through this paramountcy? Okay, please listen. The paramountcy, that means the supreme power or the establishment of the East India Company's control over Indian territories. Did you clear? Paramountcy means the supreme power or the establishment of the power over the territories. Okay, and who introduced this policy? This policy that was introduced by Lord Hastings. He was Governor General of India from 1813 to 1823. Listen, and then the East India Company, they claimed that its authority was supreme than that of Indian rulers. Okay, their power was greater than that of Indian rulers or Indian emperors. Understood? Then to protect its interest, the East India Company was justified in an annexing of threatening or to annex any Indian kingdom. Listen, they threatened the Indian rulers and then annexed the Indian kingdom. Understood? And the example, the British, they tried to annex a small state of Kittur in Karnataka. Kittur, that was in Karnataka. Listen, the British, they tried to annex these territories, but the Queen of Kittur, Rani Chennamma, then she bravely fought against the East India Company. Listen, but what happened there? Then she was arrested in 1824 and she was imprisoned. And from the prison, she died in 1829. But after her death, her commander-in-chief, Rayana, was a powerful leader. Then he bravely fought against the East India Company. But he was hanged by the East India Company in 1830. Up to his death, he fought against the East India Company. Listen, then after that what happened? The Kittur was annexed with the East India Company. Please see the picture. Rani Chennamma and Rayana. Listen, Rani Chennamma, she was the queen of Kittur in Karnataka. Then Rayana, he was the army chief of the Rani Chennamma. Understood? Then next day, please listen. But here the Chittur that was annexed by East India Company by introducing this Paramount Sea. Clear? Next one. Then they turned their attention to conquer the northwestern part of India. The East India Company, they were worried about the growing power of Russia in northwestern part of India. So what did they do? They conquered the Afghanistan. They conducted war against Afghanistan and did not allow Russia to establish their power over this area. Understood? They did not allow Russia to establish their power over this area. Instead of that, they established their power over the northwestern part of India. Okay. Then the British, then they conducted war with Afghanistan between 1838 and 1842. During this period, they conducted war against Afghanistan and then after that established indirect rule over these areas. East India Company established indirect rule over this area. And in 1843, they annexed the Sindh. Listen, the northwestern part of India, one state that was Sindh, that was annexed by East India Company in 1843. Then after that they turned their attention to Punjab. But the Punjab, that time the Punjab was ruling by a powerful ruler. Who was that? Maharaja Ranjit Singh. Listen, he was a very powerful ruler. He did not allow the East India Company to establish the power over this area. But after the death of Maharaja Ranjit Singh, they conducted two wars against Punjab. And then Punjab was also annexed with the East India Company. Did you understand that? Okay, that was in 1849. 1849, Punjab was annexed with East India Company. Please see the chart that is explaining. Then what are the areas conquered by the East India Company or annexed by East India Company? Next, another policy, that was the doctrine of lapse. Who introduced the doctrine of lapse and what is meant by doctrine of lapse? Doctrine of lapse, that was introduced by the Governor General Lord Dalhousie. He was the Governor General of India from 1848 to 1856. Do you know Dalhousie? Then he introduced the first railway system in India. Listen, in 1853, the Governor General Dalhousie introduced the first railway line in India from Bombay to Thane. Clear? Then he introduced this policy. What was that? That was the doctrine of lapse. According to the doctrine of lapse, the Indian rulers, they did not have the right to appoint the adopted son as the heir. Listen, once again, if an Indian ruler died without a male heir, then they were not allowed to appoint the adopted son as the next ruler. Understood? But earlier, Indian rulers, they had the right to adopt the sons and to appoint them as the next ruler. But by this doctrine of lapse, they did not have the right to appoint the adopted son as the heir. Listen, then by this the British annexed many territories. Then example, Satara in which year? 1848 and Sambalpur in 1815 and Udaipur in 1852, Nagpur in 1853 and Jhansi in 1854. Clear? Lord Dalhousie, he introduced the doctrine of lapse and through this policy, he annexed these states. The next, the British, they accused that some of the Indian Nawabs or rulers not ruling the states in a proper manner. In the name of that, they annexed some of the territories. And one of the territories they annexed in the name of that was Awadh. Listen, obliged by duty. Listen, what is that? Obliged by duty. The name of this, they annexed Awadh. They deposed the Awadh Nawab and annexed Awadh along with the East India Company. And later, they joined in the revolt of 1857. Did you hear that? That was the first war of Indian independence. 1857 revolt. Then please see the chart. Lord Dalhousie, he introduced the doctrine of lapse, and what were the territories he annexed through this doctrine of lapse. I hope all of you understood. Okay, did you clear this? The remaining part that we wanted to discuss in the next class. Now we discussed two main policies introduced by the Governor Generals, that were paramountcy as well as the doctrine of lapse. Okay, please, you have to go through this and prepare the notes. I will send the questions. Any doubt, don't forget to call me. I will help you to clear the doubts. Okay, thank you.